President Biden's economic errors spell bad news for stocks. Hello, I'm Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. In sports, when a player or team makes a bad play because of their own mistakes rather than from pressure of an opponent or opposing team, it is called an unforced error. Unfortunately, the new Biden administration is making plenty of them when it comes to the economy, and that means trouble ahead for the stock market. The way the president's recent Buy American executive order was written will end up disrupting manufacturing supply chains and raising costs, making many American companies less competitive. Talk about unintended consequences. Already, businesses are readying petitions for exemptions. The president's war against the oil and gas industry will undermine a huge advantage the U.S. has today: cheap and abundant energy. By curbing natural gas production and spending hundreds of billions of dollars on politically connected alternative energy suppliers, energy and electricity prices will go up. Years ago, Germany pursued a Biden-like approach to energy and ended up with electricity prices 2 to 3 times their own. Now get this, with higher emissions of carbon dioxide, because they had to resort to dirty coal. Regulatory costs that will be imposed by returning to the Paris Agreement will also hurt. The scandal here is that the worst offenders of emissions, especially China and India, get a free ride for years to come. In the meantime, they'll be bringing online literally hundreds, if not thousands, of new coal-fired power plants. Bureaucrats in the Labor Department and the National Labor Relations Board are readying rules that will raise the cost of companies employing people and also to force more unionization. The big trouble here will be the imposition of rigid work rules that will hamper productivity and innovation. It was the straitjacket of such suffocating work restrictions that years ago played a key role in nearly destroying the auto industry in Detroit. The new administration is ready to launch a multi-trillion-dollar spending spree. It doesn't realize that this means taking resources already produced by people and businesses or printing money out of thin air by the Federal Reserve. Government doesn't create resources, the private sector does. Washington will merely seize what already exists, which leads to the basic question: who would you rather have invest capital, Nancy Pelosi or Jeff Bezos? As for the Fed printing money, that'll only lead to inflation and economic stagnation. The White House wants big tax increases this year, which will raise the cost of working and the cost of productive investing. When vaccines are better distributed and administered, the U.S. economy will initially roar ahead in relief. But then, these unforced errors from the new administration will dramatically slow things down and, in turn, wallop the stock market. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions, and I look forward to being with you soon again.